Okay, welcome back to members of 121 Community Church in Grapevine, Texas, and our closing recall triad for Chapter 4 of the Paul Debate by N.T. Wright. And it's a beautiful chapter. We looked at the fluidity of signification and very well put together. But we need to recall triad so we'll have a better way of recapturing and recalling the data of that chapter. So take a look at the chart. It's just a recall triad. It's going to consist of a scandalon, diaphora, and metaschematizo. But it's basically out of the Paul Debate by N.T. Wright, Chapter 4, pages 65 to 93. It's titled The People of God, but it could also be titled The Fluidity of Signification. Let's take a look at block 1, and we begin with the scandal of the cross. Jesus as Messiah becomes Israel in person. The expected egeiro raising up of Israel becomes imprinted by the movement of the sign of the cross throughout every aspect of Israel. You've got this fluidity of movement of the sign of the cross. That leads to block 2, the affirmation of new representations. A new Pauline eschatology reveals a difference of place, a difference of time, of word, and of transformative knowing. Old scriptures and old promises are re-examined and passed through logizomai evaluation of new mind theology for Paul. And that brings us to block 3 and metaschematizo. Scandal and difference are moved in fluidity to a reconstituted people of God. Paul rethinks everything in previous instruction, everything in previous learning. And the single covenant story redefines Israel with apocalyptic light imprinting from the Damascus Road experience. Israel itself becomes light, shining outward as a new sign to all nations, as a new sign which holds within itself the signification of the resurrected, crucified Messiah, Jesus Christ. And that signification has to move throughout all of the concept of Israel for Paul in order to be rethought and transformed into the new people of God, a new definition in a new theology, which is a new mind theology of logizomai reevaluation, through the filter of first of all, the scandal of the cross. The Greek terms for the scandal is scandalon, difference is diaphora, and transformation is metaschematizo. So in the Greek, you've got your recall triad of the scandalon, diaphora, and metaschematizo, or you can say scandal of the cross, the difference of place, time, word, and transformative knowing, and then that movement of fluidity to redefine and reconstitute a new people of God who are defined by their new signification, an entire body of new significations that center around the primary signification of the scandal of the cross, the fact that the Messiah is a resurrected, crucified Messiah. That's the key. Paul began there with his new hermeneutic. He began with a hermeneutic of the cross. That's the beginning. That's why he was persecuted, because he did not shy away from that. He took up the scandal of the cross. He lived it. He lived it and he taught it, and he was persecuted because of it. So there's our recall triad. It's going to give us the scandal of the cross, the affirmation of new representations, and the reconstituted people of God. Great teaching from N.T. Wright, a great rediscovery for all of us of the Apostle Paul. And that's going to wrap up Chapter 4 now. We even have our recall triad, and we will pick up Chapter 5 next time.